I do all my usual get ready things here. 1 second. Waking up nice and early this morning. Almost got my schedule kind of fixed, but you know, we ain't there yet. Soon. Soon. And by soon, I mean, take me weeks. I'm so used to being up all night. Alright, do this. Get all the different versions of everything. Okay. And have everything all set up there. I guess I need the restream chat as well. Say just as I forget that I need the actual chat for both YouTube and Twitch. Okay. Now all that's done. We were working on last when I logged off. Maybe I work on enemy at this point today. Just looking over my list of stuff here. These people suggest and everything like that. Yeah, we have a whole bunch of dialogue and things like that. Don't think I'll be doing that on the stream because I get so distracted while writing. I really do. It's too easy for me to just lose my train of thought. It's not about programming because I just have an easier time with it, but and art's obviously I just talk all I want, I didn't even care. I do need to work on the shop as well. I'm wondering if I should have just a basic dialogue set up with the level itself in order to trigger the story things, and just use the dialogue system that I built for that. Not a bad idea. Maybe I'll work on enemies instead. I've been holding off on doing AI for a bit anyway. Guess I grab all the upgrades and bring over here too. So I can make the battle relatively she needs to be a lot more challenging in general, but I have her set kind of low health in order to make it so you can actually get to the other phases. So, these need to be switched for tarot cards anyway. Instead of a collectible curse. I have a collectible tarot card? Well, I can. need to make some renders of the tarot cards, basically. Something like that, so I can just have them floating here or something. I don't really have a model for them set up. I do have a tarot card already. This runs into that problem I was having earlier where it's like, okay, well, I have numbered versions of the cards, and the numbered versions of the cards go up to, you know, 3. I could fold them all into the same thing, where you get the various upgrades and it just pushes you up levels on them, and then each of the levels, if you have those levels, it then lets you use other abilities. I definitely think that there's a problem here where it's like there's like 2 upgrade systems for the tarot cards and there should really be just one. A little easier to explain. At that point I just put +1 on them, right? Like the full +1. Kinda, yeah, wouldn't I? I'm gonna do the level system for this. I'm down a different rabbit hole, but I mean it factors into how the weapons and combat are gonna work anyway, so I probably had to figure that out before I sit there and try to balance a boss fight. I mean, hopefully. Yeah, weapon levels. How did I set this up? Let me make notes for these things. Sure. Poppet call it? Hmm. There's so many graphs. I would set it for when she equips it. Hmm. I do, right here, tarot card levels, so. I could rework the system to not have the tarot card set up and instead just have a tarot levels here. And then you just buy the cards in order to level them up, and then there's just a certain upgrade path for each. You collect all the various cards. I think I like that better than having a multi-system going on here. And I'm not locking specific abilities so much as I'm just saying, hey, if you manage to find enough of these cards, then you get access to stuff. It's got to be better. Yeah, that's got to be better. All right, I'm going to retool this system here. I'll have to redo my tutorial system, but otherwise I have two different numbered systems, like the levels for it and the numbers you find. That's just confusing and weird. Confusing and weird. Who knows? Need to hunt down a bunch more new music to listen to. Bunch of Dark Fantasy Studio stuff I guess I haven't sorted. Suppose I just can. Ugh. Taking forever to read it. I have no idea why. Sure. Okay. So we're gonna retool the tarot cards thing. Because having a stream makes no sense. I just have to have the weapon level being a certain thing, so. Wait. have to keep this one. The other system is set up so that it makes them go away if you don't have first off, I don't need this, but because each of the tarot cards checks to see if I have it. In the world is even referenced. Which interface is even on? Keypad interact. I don't want to set this up. I mean, the easiest way would be to take the tarot ones there and then just keep adding various names on it. Then I'd have to add a bunch of names onto those and see if I had like this level or that level of things. It's used in less places for the weapon level. But it makes it easier to have one variable for all those than a whole bunch of things. But I have to have those things anyway from that tarot cards other places because the system for checking to see if the tarot cards have been collected is literally that. Go look at something real fast. This whole system has got some issues that are going to be ironed out. Might be an AI angle. When did I work these out? Which ones are which? I told parent static mesh, sure. Is a thing. Sure, they have the shop item option. Just done right there. And do I have this item type? Yeah, they're set up as being unique name based, so I almost do need to just do that. And then for the weapon levels, I need to program it differently where it's going to be almost just a nested if thing for do I have this version, do I have this version, do I have this version, which is terrible. I got to do it that way. I also fix my battle arena. You collect one of these things here, and then tarot card level upgrade here. If I just had a system to check and how to make it so that they would vanish if you've already got them. Well, only adjusting levels to do that, because there's no reason to do a levels and that. Like, one or the other is all I really need to do. But without a unique way to identify them in Poppet stuff, I don't see how I could do that. I could make these a +1 as well. No, I can't name them. Well, they have to have a unique name. Just like these don't think you even have a unique name. They just, that's why they were constantly coming back, and I was able to keep buying them, because they don't have a unique name. Yeah, these two systems have to be folded together. I'm just having an issue of trying to figure out exactly how I want to fold them. I doubt there's going to be more than a certain number of upgrades. I mean, I could add them both to the same system here and update both the directories here. Maybe that's what I do, actually. Like instead I just do this here. I just need a system so they can both double check, see if I have something or not. I hate when they're on top of each other, it just bugs me. And that's the only portion that even matters. And then I just switch to that, and every time they do that, it upgrades by 1, and these all default to 0. Quiet day. Did add everyone, right? If I just do this at the same time, I still have to run one of each of these things with different names, which is super unfortunate. Then here I'm gonna have to do a switch on string here. Switch on it. I guess I just don't use 0. I'm going to test this by just grabbing 2 of the same ones here and putting them right here. Technically I can connect them all to that, it doesn't really matter. Alright, so do I even switch on string at that point? If I still have to check to see if I have every single one of them, I can't name them all the full anyway, because they need permanence to see if I've gotten rid of something. It's almost don't even want to switch on string at that point. I just have, like, you know, it'll say like +1 on it instead, but for the text, but it'll still count as like 2, 3, 4, all those like that. That's fair. I almost don't even need this. But still a switch on string for that. This lets you push one integer, which is so much easier than pushing the other. I think I have to. I think I do it the other way. It just makes more sense. And then for the full 2, still not ideal, but I'll put this right here just so I have an idea like that. I also want to print string the level. And then in the menu I can have the next thing, it does this, next does this. Wait, where's... Okay. I can get rid of this extra upgrade, sure. Honestly, I'm just gonna do this and save myself all the effort of changing all that crap. I have one thing I'm working on right now, I don't need another. One, sure. What's the magician? Can I make a second one for the fool? It's just saying one over and over. Why this? Oh. Well, they're not in their little arrays, so I can't get a length of an array in order to get the number. I was like, I could just update. Nah, that's not a thing. Update weapon level. Oops. It's such a confusing upgrade system. Not very good. Because it relies on you having like 50 of these, and there has to be a better way to do this. Does that even help? Because I might need tutorials for each of these if you find them. And all weapon level really does is inform the weapon that's good. Increasing damage. But the weapon itself doesn't really dictate a whole lot. I just really wanted to use the weapon levels for this, so I didn't have to have check against every string thing. Like I'm trying to cram an additional upgrade system in here that almost doesn't want to be in here. At some point I'm just going to have to switch on string the whole thing here. But it's going to be a huge, colossal mess with that many strings to switch on. By the time this is all said and done, it's going to be gross how much it's going to take to just sort everything. Because there's going to be like, I'm not sure how many upgrades. We'll say like 5. Even if there was 5 of each of the cards, there's 22 cards, so that's already 110. That's a big switch on string to be really obnoxious to keep track of. The only way I can really check to see if you have a specific thing is if I give everything a unique name anyway. Well, then I have to switch on string here. Okay, this is just weird. I'm just gonna do what I was doing. Making things harder than they need to be. Let's just stop doing that and just start making it easier than it needs to be. Okay, you see, I was just trying to copy the name, right? Yeah, I don't even know how I copied the other thing. I am confused. This is just for testing. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but if I sit there and try to figure out the best way to do something, eventually I'll just never get anything done. Oh. I just want to test that, make sure it works right. I know there's a better way to do this system later, 100%. Even this doesn't work right. The tutorials need to be based on the weapon level. Unless I'm tying them specifically to finding a certain number. But I think I wasn't doing that, right? Yeah, if I'm gonna have like a damage amount based on that, or like upgraded numbers based on that, then I can't have be unique to each thing, like you find a specific ability. Yeah. I'll be right back. Use the restroom real fast. Gotta be a better system for this. What's already on that I'm doing? It's the permanent thing that's ruining everything. I also need to give out tutorials. I don't know if I like this damage upgrade system. I could just put cards places and just say, okay, you get this card, you get that, and not do a weapon level thing. The weapon levels helps dictate what you can and can't do on that too. Like it just upgrades the damage. I don't know, the card system's stupid. It's confusing. I don't know if this new system's any better though. Didn't even say hello, it just moved on. It's been years for a lot of people too. Oh. The problem is that I deleted this by accident. Probably switch it based on those and just do the tutorials that way. Oops. I need to have an upgrade tree to show where all the things you can get were on the weapons. Well, that eliminates the need for these. I didn't make a full number 2 to test out to see if that worked the way I wanted it to. I probably just write the fool on it and just do that way, and I only give a unique name to what's behind it, but it displays that just fine, so that works. We don't use these anymore. Could use a dialogue shop too, for that matter. Huh. It seems like no one's around today, huh? Wow. It should be this month, honestly. But with 0 people around, it kind of makes me less excited to stream on it. It's kind of a bad day for it, and I do have a lot of other work I need to do. Huh. I have like 4 collections to go through and sort out, so that's kind of a problem. I really want a better way to do this. I don't like the system here. I should think something through that's a little better. Yeah, the 2 systems just aren't compatible. Hey, Bam Bam. I'm trying to... Oh, well. Happy New Year to you, too. That's not quite the New Year yet for me, but will be eventually. For what I'm working on right now, I'm trying to... I've got like 2 weapon upgrade systems, or like terror upgrade systems, and they don't really mesh very well together. They were kind of confusing because one of them was like, okay, well, you find like the Fool, and then the Fool number 2 gives you this ability. Okay, well, there's also a level system for it. So now the Fool has a level 2 and a level 2? Makes no sense. Very dumb. I'm sitting there trying to merge 2 systems together going, which of these do I do? The main problem I'm running into is in order for things to be permanently gone, I find and see if they have a particular unique name, and then if it has a unique name, it destroys the items. This way, you know, you can't collect it again. But when I'm sending to the weapons to decide their damage, when they equip, it picks the various, you know, level that they're at and then sets their things here. And I don't want to go through and check and see if it run a find statement for each and every one of the things that Poppet's unlocked. But then I had tutorials based on the specific numbers that you had, and if each one of them upgrades the level by 1, then certain ones do certain things. There's no easy explanation. It's just all over the place. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And it's basically like after you get a certain number of weapon levels, I was gonna unlock new abilities. I was thinking. But the other option is to simply have each of the tarot cards grant you something when you pick it up, like each of the upgraded versions of the tarot cards. But then I'm gonna have to check on the weapons to see exactly which ones Poppet has to see which upgrade she gets. It's gonna be confusing. Well, there's multiple abilities to unlock, so I wouldn't want to wait till the very end to give them new abilities. I'm just not sure about the weapon level system. I mean, it's really just going to be, it's basically like tiers. There's only going to be like, say, 5 levels for a weapon or something, or maybe a higher number. It doesn't matter. Whatever arbitrary number I come up with as I reach farther into the game. It's possible I just never upgrade the damage. Or maybe just give you, as you get new cards, the damage goes up. And I just never make this a thing that you have to worry about. Then there's only so many unique abilities each thing can even have. And I don't know if I want to just give out the most powerful abilities first, but then again, I like the more Metroid style where you don't level things up in the first place. The problem is, it's just not that many abilities for each thing, so I don't even know what I would add for each new thing, but I do like meaningful upgrades over numbers. It is possible I just make them more powerful under the hood automatically whenever you collected more tarot cards. And I don't tie anything, but I don't tie the specific unlocks to a level so much as just if you happen to find the right card for the ability you want to unlock. What I'm doing now, this is more just, do I adjust damage for the weapons at all? It would give you a reason to hunt down more cards. Because Poppet herself doesn't ever gain levels. She doesn't have levels to gain in the first place. So her stats don't ever get upgraded, per se, except for the basic 3 stats of, you know, health, curse, and sanity. They can get upgraded. But everything else doesn't get upgraded. She doesn't gain additional defense or anything like that. I mean, some of the tarot cards might give her defensive abilities while she has them equipped, sure. Originally, there was only going to be like 3 tarot cards for each of the things, though. Every environment enemies just making abilities based on level and tier. It's more just it would be an excuse to find more cards, I think is what it is. Having all these leveling things, like if you had to get like 3 cards to get to the next, you know, like you get damage each one up, but then you eventually unlock a new ability. That would be, it would force you to get more of the cards and go places. But that would make each upgrade not the most meaningful. Whereas if I just specifically number them and give each one an ability, that does make them more meaningful. But there'll be less to get. To be fair, there's already a lot of collectible items in the game. What I actually need now is more of a reason to fight the enemies. Right now there's less reason to fight the enemies. You can just run by a lot of them. The main reason to make you fight the enemies was so you maybe buy something from the shops. Which, would then give me a reason to want more cards in the game. Alright? On the other hand, balancing all these upgraded damage numbers and everything like that becomes really hard. When I saw that, you know, Voodoo became a complete joke when I had all the upgrades. I just completely steamrolled her. All the upgrades from the demo. No, that's not actually all that, things like that, but I mean, just the increases in all the damage and like that just completely destroyed her. Very pathetic. Basically, it gives you a reason to grind for something. That's fair. Mostly it's why fight the enemies is what the issue I'm having right now. Like, breaking things is fine too. I mean, you know, I do like breaking things periodically, you know. There has to be a reason to go to do these things. Like, I mean, if you're just running by and collecting whatever super collectible and then leaving the room, it doesn't give you much reason to stay in places. It doesn't give you much reason to work for anything or build towards anything new. But I could go very pure Metroid style, where literally it's just upgrades that do stuff. Well, actually, that's not even true. Not every upgrade there even does something. Some of them are just like little things like missile upgrades and stuff. So then they're not even particularly all that meaningful. Like the first few are, but after that they're just kind of fluff. But Dead Space isn't a Metroidvania, right? It's just an adventure game. You're just going from point A to point B. Like, it's just straight through the game, right? I haven't ever played it, but that was my impression of what it was. That's fair. Yeah, the Metroid games never really bothered with leveling. They always went with the find very meaningful upgrades, except for like missiles and stuff, of course, as I was saying. But a lot of the upgrades do something very specific. This I kind of doing something similar. Whereas like the more Castlevania ones are significantly more RPG-like, with lots and lots of stats. I don't really want to do lots and lots of stats because balancing that's near impossible. For like one person, it would take me so long to do. Which kind of makes me not want to do the weapon thingy upgrades here, but that means that I probably want to have... I don't even know what I have for upgrades then, or... I'm trying to find a reason for the various shops that exist, or, well, I guess characters that you rescue in the game. What they give you, things like that, for the painting world. But I also want to have a reason to fight enemies. And if it's because the enemies are in the way, it's not good enough. It's too easy to avoid the enemies. You could just dodge them all day. Yeah. Even though I like the Castlevania ones better, I recognize that was made by a big team over multiple years. A big team being, well, more than me. You know, they were able to hire lots of people and do things like that. It might have only been like, you know, 30 or 40 people, but still, it's like a big number. It's just me. So I definitely think I should go with simple. I agree. That does not solve the problem of why you would want to fight the enemies, though. Other than just making them super aggressive. But without any kind of leveling system or any kind of reason to pick up money, you have very little reason to fight. I see that in my my runs through the areas where I just end up skipping a lot of enemies, just running right on by them. And that's not a very good experience at all. I want them to fight. That's kind of the system I'm trying to decide right now. It's just like, well, do you fight for this or what? I mean, I'd have to set up some kind of objective system then otherwise for you to kill just X enemies in a room, but that's one, significantly more complicated than having just a shop system where you buy things. I don't know if that's any better. Like, Metroidvanias usually aren't known for like having a bunch of puzzles. Like, there might be light puzzle work, but most of the time the puzzles are traversal puzzles, not kill X or move, you know, random things around kind of things, you know, or, you know, I should say, not kill the right enemies or move blocks into certain locations, unless the block is moved to a location so you could jump higher or something. But it's pretty rare you have anything super complicated puzzle-wise in one of these. It's not really a genre staple. Yeah. Like I say, it's just mostly the issue of no reason to fight. Or little reason to fight. Like, there are some things you can buy, and I will lock some things behind, like, you know, because there's a couple shops already, so I'll lock things behind those. It's more just the tarot upgrades, which I might not lock behind those, but originally I was going to give you a reason to get them just so you could have, like, some damage upgrade, but also some reason to collect, like, another resource as you're running along. The painting world is in its own... I have never heard of that one. Take a look it up. Sure, that's how it's spelled? I was trying to copy paste it into Steam and it's not finding it. Oh. I just copied it into a browser and then did that. Get up the right spelling. I think I heard about this. Yeah, this might be a little too simple for what I was aiming for, you know? Like, it's mostly... I remember seeing someone talk about this game. She mostly said the traversal was the best thing about it. Do you always just have all the traversal? Because, I mean, if you have all the traversal all the time, it's not even Metroidvania at that point. If you just... This looks more like just a platformer than a Metroidvania. Was there actually fighting in here? I guess there's some enemy somewhere in there. Looks like a simple platformer. Actually, a platform with a bunch of, like, well, with very little combat. Yeah. I guess they call it a Metroidvania. Interesting. It's not playing music. It's annoying. I don't want them to ding me on YouTube, so I have to mute all these things every time. Definitely not the kind of game that I'm really building per se, but interesting. Yeah. I think that game will suffer from the exact same problem that this one currently has of why would you fight the enemies? Like, besides the bosses, why are you fighting anything? Like, you have to have some reason to fight enemies. They either need to be in the way so you can't bypass them, or you need to gain something from fighting them. Even action games usually give you some sort of thing for beating the enemies up, so it's like, So I need some reason to fight them, which pretty much means some sort of reason to use money or something. Or some kind of upgrade crystal. Interesting idea, I suppose. I like the extra traversal movements are always fun, I suppose. Yeah. Much of the reward in this game is usually given out by you simply getting another key to get to the next area. That's how I lock everyone in locations. I mean, you just treat the doors as portals, basically. You're just finding a way to get the key to a portal, essentially. But I do need a reward system, and basically that's why you would fight. I need something like that. I don't know if this weapon upgrade system is truly what I'm looking for. I already do have, you know, coins in there like that, and I could just put important items at the shops too that you could buy. They just start showing up as you buy them. That might be better than having an actual dedicated person who upgrades tarot cards, because I had someone who acted almost like a tarot card blacksmith. But I really don't know if I want to sit there and upgrade stats on them. But I gotta make this decision before I sit there and try to balance a boss. Or upgrade the boss. Because if I don't have Poppet exactly as I won't know what to base the boss on. Like how powerful the boss should be, what I need to worry about, and how Poppet could defend against, and all these things. Huh. Yeah. I'm a bit confused on it. What I plan on doing. I could just sell them. At this point, assuming 3 different upgrades, or 3 different cards for every single tarot card, or major tarot card, that's 66 things already to be strewn throughout the game. That's a lot. I mean, assuming no other collectibles, I mean, that's 66 rooms that have a card in them. It's a lot. Sure, I'll put some at the shops, but that's a lot. Yeah, well, I mean, that's how Metroidvanias are designed. Literally just, you know, you pick up a new traversal ability that lets you get to the next area, a new key, a new, like the smoke thing or whatever. Yeah, so that's what's going to be. The bosses barricade certain places so you can literally, you know, get those new things. But yeah, I mean, it's already quite a few things. I don't think I need to have a level system for them. There's other things to collect as well. There's the crystal balls, which are tied to one of the tarot cards. Also, to solving the way to get the best ending. Sure. I could just do it Soul Blazer style with the every time you find anything that they just give you something for having rescued them. Or they just add some building here and don't do anything. There's someone to talk to. Because I'm basically taking that concept of building a city by unlocking various things like that from essentially that game, because it was a long time ago where like all the towns were like broken up into pieces and they basically hid them all in these enemy generators. You destroyed the enemy generators and that would pop sections of the town. And that lets you progress the game if you unlock the right sections of the town. And essentially that's what I'm doing with this, just taking that simple concept and running it with throwing toys through paintings instead. I could just do that and literally not have them run a shop, just have them give you stuff as a reward for saving them. And they built a little city there. And then certain ones will have things, like one of them unlocks a battle arena. So some of the tarot cards will be tied to rescuing specific ones, and then other ones will be tied to keys or other things like that. Maybe even just upgrades to the tarot cards too. Not a bad idea. I was already going to do that some. I just was debating on how many shop style things I was going to have. Yeah, 66 is a lot. I was just thinking of, like, if I was going to split all the upgrades up. Because this is exactly 0 rooms without a collectible in this game. Every room has something to collect. And many of them have lots of things to collect because of the fact that there's just so many. I mean, the first room alone has, like, a health upgrade, but you have to come back way later to get it. The first Fool card, and a key up here. To be fair, the rooms are quite big, so... And then the next room has one of the crystal balls here, the Magician tarot card. I believe that's it in this room. So there's usually at least 2 things in a room. I think this one has like 3 things. There's 4. There's a key here. There's a toy you can save somewhere around here. Here, I think. It appears over here somewhere. I believe there's a crystal ball in here too. Somewhere. Yep. And then... yeah, so there's like 3 in that room. And then this room has this key here and this key here. 2 in that room. So every single room has something in it because you need a key for almost every room. This room has not as many as you might think, honestly. That one there and this one here. And these 2. I think that's all that's in this room. I didn't put anything else yet. There's supposed to be a key here. What key is this? The Forbidden Hallway cabinet key? I think I have that somewhere else. Anyway. Even the storage room has like 3 things in it, 3 keys. You can see what I'm doing in this room. So every room has stuff in it. I think this has 1 item in it. This has like the least items in the whole game in it. There's a lot of unlockables because the rooms are so big though, to be fair. I mean, they're almost like whole sections of like whole areas that are like almost like their own little biomes in a way. It can take quite a bit of time to go through all the crap in them. You could just run on by. But... huh. But yeah, I think it was like... have you never seen the game played at any point? I've definitely ran like full playthroughs of it on the stream many times, but I can do a quick thing. Yeah, let's delete these. I don't need this crap here. Now let me set it up real fast, and then I'll take a quick bio break, and then I'll do a run through it, and you can see where everything is. Hopefully these painting things still work. I set up a system that isn't quite right yet. Also move this further forward because I forgot about this. Okay. Now we do that real fast. That's set up. Oh wait, is the testing mode set? Double check that real fast too. This cannot be on this mode. It must be on none. Edit this mode real fast just to be certain I have testing off. Off, okay. Sure. Yeah. Well, like I say, let me take a quick bio break real fast, and then I'll do a run. It's not like I'm doing much else at the moment, so I might as well run the game again for funsies. I'll be right back. I just realized I need to check and make certain there's a nav mesh on this. I often delete the nav mesh, and playthroughs where you don't have the nav mesh are kind of boring. Just kinda. Still. I did have a whole playthrough where the nav mesh was gone. A lot of the enemies can actually jump, so they can still attack you, but it's definitely a lot easier when they can't walk anywhere. Often their jump attacks are the most, likely to ever hit you. Yeah, no nav mesh. Good point, good point. Here. Also, while I'm at it, I may as well close this because it's one of the things I'm supposed to do but have always forgotten to do. Go ahead and build your thingy. I believe in you. You got this. Not open. All my cheater thingies that we're testing. Let's select all these and just migrate them somewhere safe. For later. Probably into the stairway here. Got a nav mesh, golden, sure. Apparently saving also, yeah, I mean, the area is huge, so, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. It's not gonna build itself, it needs my help. Okay. Close all the extra crap because everything you have open on this causes it to be laggier. And keep my notes up so this way I'm ready to go to write crap down when things break. I'm keeping the first playthrough that got all the way through up there. I've actually wandered around a bunch of rooms I wasn't even supposed to get to yet. Oh, thanks. And here I keep saying I was going to improve it because I made it real fast one day and, you know, put like 3 little story things in there just to, you know, test it out, but not really gonna... I think I'm gonna put just regular text thingies here, but anyway. Then these will explain how to do them. Auto-equips them. Break things for funsies. There's some random lag spikes that keep happening to solve the mystery of those, but I haven't done it yet. Break everything. Yeah. Yep, lots of breakable stuff. Oh my god. Lots of goodies. Dude. Really? Hey, Shroud TV, how's it going? If you just followed, thanks for the follow, and if it wasn't you, then thanks whoever did. I'll check in a bit. And those lag spikes there, I still haven't figured out what caused them. That worked, that's good. I restructured those to be over, you pop out of the painting instead. It gives you a key. Very exciting. Oh yeah, thanks for the follow, Trump TV. I got to check it. They're important. I'm all blocking the chat. Terrible. Bouncy coach. Didn't bounce. Oh yeah. Oh, I need to, these enemies aren't supposed to be here. These 2 guys here, so ignore them. They were just testing something, and I not finished. You don't understand it all? Oh, sorry to hear that. I most certainly do not speak French. As a victim of the American public education system. Oh, sorry, as someone who was educated by them. We don't even know our own language, let alone that. Get my sanity back here a bit. I do run through the areas pretty quick though, so. Especially if I'm not drunk while doing this, because half the time I would do all my testing after drinking a couple. I kind of move. Weird. I think my keyboard's being weird. It's okay. I have the load distance set really low on the city out there. I need to figure out a way to make the city show up while doing that. I need to plug my keyboard in or something. It seems like it's like losing connection or something. Aha, for distance. I guess he gets killed by that now. No longer can I hit them for distance. That makes me the saddest person ever. Unplug this keyboard in. Am I running out of power? Yeah. I don't like to look at our education system. It's terrible. But I get to use it for the brunt of a lot of jokes, because let's be real here. I had to at least get something out of having gone through that horrible thing. Aha. Really? I just had to make this very harder. Yeah, the back on here is not working very well for some reason. Is my keyboard breaking? I guess there's not a lot of backup anymore apparently sometimes, because the S key on this keyboard appears to be having issues. Bad. Ooh, shinies. We got clipped. Yeah. Thankfully, because I have the key now, I can just jump down here. Break things. I actually got this key from the painting world. You don't actually have to get this key, but it's nice. I could fight, but counterpoint, what if I don't fight? Apparently this one is super cool. Too cool for me, huh? Well, now I'm just angry at it. It needs to be destroyed. You stay in there. That one doesn't want to stay in there. You went through a door, huh? Hey, Bard. Yeah. There's definitely little side paths in this game where you could take them, and usually it gives you some sort of either upgrade to your stuff or a key that makes it easier to get through the like areas later. You don't have to get them, but you'll probably want them. The fight basically gives more places to fight in it. Usually you just fight at the boxes at the various endpoints. Honestly, the sanity is pretty high. I haven't even seen the insanity effect until right now. I'm so sad that the S key is breaking on this thing. Guess I'm ordering a new keyboard, huh? Unfortunate. I'll take the other way through the maze, it's easier. I already introduced these sets here, but... Oh, there are secretly traps here. I just jumped over it. The traps here are these. See? Where you fall out and go, oh, oops. Sneaky traps. You don't want to introduce too many things too fast, too. So, I mean, it's like, this is the third room in the game. I've already introduced 2 types of monsters, 2 different mechanics. And this room introduces yet another mechanic. So it's like, how many new things am I supposed to introduce each room, really, right? Plus, it's the first time I make you go through a maze as well. Which, I'm not a huge fan of the maze at the moment. I think I could rebuild it to be better. This is where I introduce the mechanic of saving toys. You can talk to her and she'll talk and tell you to save her. That lag spike, beautiful. She kind of gets caught on here a bit. I'm gonna deal with that a bit. I actually just know the right way through the maze, so I'm sure people will take a lot longer through here than I do. I don't need that safety key anymore. I introduce freeing paintings here, saving toys, a maze. I don't need the safety key, I refuse to get it. This one works. Cool. I didn't randomly get enough money. I only got crystals so far, huh? I'm gonna switch to just one coin, one currency type, I think. Probably just coins. There is a free heal here. I never really jump in the box. I just kind of run on the side. Yeah, I'm not gonna do any of those weird traps. The thing is it's supposed to be like a toy place for, like, you know, kid type things like that, and it's, you know, this is like the area for the 14-year-old ghost girl. She doesn't have like flamethrower walls and weird crap like that. It has to be toy related. So, and later on, as you get to the areas that are actually designed for the public, it has to be even more like safe. Like, it couldn't be something that kills a kid or something that, or maims them. It has to be something that is an incidental trap. You also keep in mind this is not a platformer. Metroidvania, which actually I don't think the other game I was looking at is actually a Metroidvania. I think it's just a platformer from the look of it. Maybe it is just, but from things that look just like a platform. And I don't think that's quite the design philosophy I was aiming for. Plus, you also have to keep in mind you have another a trap on you the whole time, and that your sanity is slowly draining. I'm just running the right way. So, you know, if you don't run the right way, then you run the risk of, like, running out of sanity and just dying. So you're actually under a time limit the whole time. Oh, that's fair. Yeah. Well, I do have traps in here that are clever traps. You'll see what I mean, where I went out of way to hide things in here that at first glance are not a trap. At least they wouldn't be to other things, but for reasons in the game, they're a trap to Poppet. This room's a prime example. Because, you know, water is not a trap to children. I mean, I guess in a way it could, in theory, be if they can't swim, but Poppet just dies if she falls in the water, so, you know, we can't have that. Later on, there's a protection to let you go back in. It's like in hide areas under the water, but at this point in the game, I'm just running by him. Once again, not a lot of reason to fight unless I want to collect something off him. I don't know about that. Yeah, this is the fourth room, actually the fifth room, and I introduce a new enemy in the fifth room. But there's like 2 enemies in the first 4 rooms. But each room usually has so much going on in it, though. This introduces a whole new mechanic, too. Also, I'm going to eat the turtle. Oh, I can't eat it, but I can drop it. Bye-bye, turtle. I guess I didn't pull it out, huh? Man, being able to back up because my key's broken is weird. Is the Empress broken somehow? Oh, it's just being dumb? Okay. The fact I can't back up is awful. Find a new keyboard, boys. It's hard to reposition for jumping. You can do that, I guess, to reposition. It's awkward. Yeah. Well, every room usually introduces something new to do. Okay, the fact that I cannot move with this button is really causing me a lot of problems. What happened to you? Well, I guess we're just doing it that way. Yeah, the fact this broken controller makes this hard. Well, I would have had to go all the way back around and do some stuff there, but you can actually kill yourself intentionally or to speed up, for what it's worth. I gotta go back in that room in a second anyway. Well, I don't have to, but yeah, this creates a puzzle out of these. Can't see the direction I'm looking at. I need to change that thing so it doesn't screw with the lighting. Yeah. It's the Emperor's thing there. But so you'll see that I've introduced a lot of mechanics in very short order. I didn't put an actual tutorial up for this one yet, but easy to get stuck in that one there. I didn't realize how much I repositioned my character by hitting back in order to get the proper jumps, but I'm seeing it's actually very often, and it's really irritating because, you know, like I say, I can't do it, so getting a perfect jump is really hard now. Just got to be better. I need this. It's gonna have to do a reverse direction in order to do it. We'll buy a new keyboard. Guess who's ordering a keyboard off Amazon afterwards? Me! Yeah, well, I mean, like, sometimes it's working, but I'm holding back right now, and you see sometimes it's moving me back, and then other times I'll hit it, and it just doesn't. There's like a lag. It's not that hard of a game. It's not supposed to be that hard, because I mean, this is like still the first, you know, floor that you're dealing with in the game. So it's not like, you don't want to ramp the difficulty to like stupid really fast. That's just bad game design, right? I'm introducing a whole new mechanic, and if I introduce a mechanic, well, you don't want to put too many mechanics all at once, basically. I haven't actually put the text for what's said with those. This is room 6, and I basically now introduced a second mechanic you'll get to see in a second. I gotta race to a light source quickly or I'm dead. Okay, we're in a light source. Yeah. Or broken keyboard. What happened to you? I used to give out an attack ability with this to start with, but I locked the ability farther into the game because it was way too many abilities too fast. You just didn't have time to learn anything. Bouncy coach. Yay! Really? Ah! We can both fly now. She dies if she gets too far from the building too, so she's powered by the curse on the building. That's something you gotta remember the whole time in this game, is you are under the clock the whole time because the sanity thing is still there. Yeah, well, I mean, Elden Ring's not the same genre of game at all. I'm not really trying to emulate them, but it's not. This is not an open world game. This is not designed to be intentionally hard. It's just a Metroidvania. More designed to be full of toys and things that are fun. Give you that childlike wonder of being a tiny. But the first areas are a little more like in a line. Like, I mean, There's optional things to get, but there's not a lot of optional rooms at first. But again, we're not even that far into the game, so... I like closing doors behind me. Oh my god, it's so annoying I can't walk backwards. Maneuvering is so hard. I could try it with a controller, I guess. I haven't used a controller in a long time. Yeah. Well, I mean, this is also the start of the game, so it's not, you know, don't worry, things will get a lot harder as we go farther in, but... I'm gonna see if I can play with a controller. I haven't played this game with a controller all the way through ever. That's because the controllers basically suck. Like, they are not very good for 3D Metroidvanias. I'll have to get used to the setup here. It's like this here? Yeah, sure. We'll try it. Where you had it, lady? Hat? I gave the option to be able to put the things away. Camera's almost too fast. I think I sped up the camera because it was too slow. Oh, this is a wired controller. I just switched to it because I couldn't move backwards and it was really hard to position myself to do anything. The game is significantly harder with a controller. Like, I do not recommend it one bit. How do I even dodge? Do I have a dodge? I programmed dodge into the controller? Oh no, I don't know if I did. I don't think I programmed in dodge in the controller. That's weird. I just one I did. Whatever. We're going without dodge, boys. We don't need dodge. Dodge is for losers. Ow. Yeah, this sucks. Control's terrible. I think I'd rather just have the inability to move backwards than use control. It's the camera work that's terrible. I'll have to work on it at some point. Oh, keyboard's working well yesterday. It's weird. Ow. Yep. I'm using the Empress's heal ability. It makes mushrooms, and the mushrooms, when they count up to 10, once they hit 10, anything nearby will trigger them, and they act like basically a bomb, except for the ones I'm using heal, and then there's ones you get later that do damage. They'll hit you too, like both of them, so you can heal enemies and also hurt yourself. He's got a big heal. How unfortunate. You suck. He's hiding up there by the window. What a jerk. I don't give you a lot of new weapons early on. I used to give the full Empress abilities too. You can also pick things up with a Magician and try to hit them with them, but I locked out throwing things with a Magician until later, so even that's not so many options. Patrick has an obvious weakness of he's only got a weapon on one side. So I often just guide him as though remembering that. Let's do the crystal run. My sanity back. This is a hard one. Ow. I missed the thing. I might not make this one. I'm not gonna make it. That's such a hard run otherwise. I'm manually moving the camera. So, you know. I'm looking down intentionally or things like that. I guess technically I should get all the upgrades. Feels like I'm cheating if I don't get everything. I wasn't going to, but you know what? Screw it. Let's not be a loser. Can I just jump onto this and save myself some time? I think so. I don't actually know if that saves time. I don't think it does. Actually, I think I wasted too much time there. I played this one intentionally really far. I actually didn't want you to get it this early anyway. Not even actually an upgrade that so much as just one of the crystal balls, but just for funsies, let's get it anyway. At least the window's open. I still haven't put a lot of things in places, so there's going to be more enemies and stuff in places, and out here I might have gears in places that act like they're their own kind of trap. Yes, it is when you barely make it. It's not totally barely, but it's barely. Now it's let me move backwards a little better. Yeah. You just have to stay within range of the building. Because the curse that powers you basically only goes to those pipes out there, and after that you just die if you go beyond that, so just don't go beyond that. Problem solved. Oh look, one of these. Yay! We don't need no stinking save. You guys stay in there. Hello. I finally introduced another enemy here. I mean, this is, let's see, 1 room, 2 rooms, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 7th room, and I've introduced 4 types of enemies in that time. And a whole other mechanic in this room too at the same time. The Hierophant. I guess I can heal myself up too. I do have a heal. Magic mushrooms. Alright. This is the Hierophant room. There's these possessed objects. You jump on them and you see like they don't let you do anything. They just kind of get bounced around all weird. But the Hierophant's active, they act like platforms. It's going to be so much harder with the inability to reposition effectively. Oh, you can reposition, it's going to have to turn. Boing, boing. Most of the time, the penalty in this game for failing to platform is having to do it all over again. There's your fail. You don't die, but you might wish you did. Because the trip back up can sometimes take a while. This one's one of the longer ones. I think I could skip that and go straight to this one, honestly. I'm still working on how much I want it to cost, because there's still, once again, the sanity and curse thing like that. Hey Levi, how's it going? Yeah, it's 10 a.m. for me, so it's still technically, well, didn't push backwards. My keyboard is unfortunately breaking. The S key is not letting me move backwards very often. I'll be ordering a new keyboard Yes. Yes, indeed. It does, however, make me very sad at the moment, as I try to reposition to make some of these jumps, and kind of can't. Sometimes I can move backwards, but a lot of times I can't. I didn't realize I subconsciously move backwards as much as I do to reposition for every jump, but I most certainly do it every single time in testing. now that it's something I'm noting, I do it every time. Just have to do a rotation or something to do it. Get my curse back here. I lose sanity here, but that's fine. I might make the thingy drain curse way faster. How's it going? Doing your thing? You're not open. She's friendly, you can tell. She smiled at me. Yes. Friendly. If not friend, why friend shaped? I forget to dodge all the time. It's Bomberman time. I can't move backwards. Oh, I blew myself up. Ow. That hurt. So mean. I'm pushed out of the way. I was going to blow it up. It's satisfying to blow things up. Just saying. So done, lower one. Should be able to make that jump though. I made the jump, but I double jumped for some reason. Making my life really hard for some reason. I don't know why. Didn't be that hard. I think I'm just thrown off by the thingy there. Yeah. No, I really change things up a lot in every room, so you shouldn't get too bored too quickly. I've been making a point of trying to change the gameplay a lot every time. I mean, if you backtrack to a room, obviously that room's going to have similar gameplay to the first time you were in that room, but we clunk. We're running, we're running. We're running still. Oh my god. Ow. Taking some damage. Oh no. Ooh, can play at that game, jerks. Picked up this key. That was way up there. This is the room where you start to encounter Charlotte. Charlotte acts as my de facto, well, these are landmines too, if you step on them. As you can see, that's kind of bad. Don't do that. You guys want to do Charlotte? I can't backtrack out of here. Charlotte acts as a, you know, essentially a roving pit. Like, if she touches you, you die. Don't get touched by Charlotte. So she'll try to pull you into the smoke, or another time she'll just outright chase you. There's a secret area behind her. One of these ones here. I might put some enemies in the pipes. I don't know. This one you're already racing against time with your sanity in the first place, so you already don't make it with a lot of time. Somebody's jumping in the water over there. Hmm. Get my sanity back real fast. Eat it, Joe's. That's like a lot of words. I'll have to read it next time I'm standing by a light, getting my sanity back. So much of this game you're under the gun basically because of your sanity, and I usually just run through it really fast. I imagine a normal player is not going to do that, and it'll be a bigger factor, which is why I've kind of made it what I deem generous, but might not be generous. Also, I really did that poorly. You too, Lepus. Happy New Year's to you and everyone else as well. Either process, I understand things get changed. Work to my fear. Oh. Yeah, well, I mean, that's every game. It's a gameplay loops, right? So if you expect your... Like, Metroidvanias really are about jumping around, getting exploration, getting new abilities to get to new places, and, you know, basically breaking things and booping stuff. I mean, that's pretty much it. That's a Metroidvania. Like every game, they boil down to really simple things. It's just, is it fun doing these things? And I'm definitely trying to keep it more of a variety. I've decided the more optimal path to get back is not to go out that door, even though I picked up the key for it, because you can go to the library that way, going through the other room. But if I do that, I miss out on one of the keys. It's actually, I think, better to go this way back. I might change that later if I put in some other upgrades, things like that. I don't know. I'm still placing things in locations, so I don't need this running. It's just making it harder to see. I used to have pits here, but I deem them to be so unfair because it took like 5 minutes to get back to where you were. It just seemed way mean. You're just going along trying to get this, and it's like, boom, you fell into the safari room. And now to get back to this, when we have to go all the way back around, no, that's cold, man. Yes. It's not even my new year yet, but you know what? Yeah. Some year. Out there to have some alcohol or something. I don't even think I'll be up at midnight anyway, though. Who am I kidding? Lately, I've been going to sleep hell early. Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying, you know. How you implement it, you know. That's all it is, but it can all be boiled down to something simple, but that is what I'm saying. In fact, you do have to... How you implement everything makes all the difference. I don't need a reason to go over that side there. I don't have one, and I want there to be a reason to. Okay, that's so glitchy and weird. Whoa, hello. Okay, well, I managed to fall into the wall there on that one, and I don't even know how I did that. So what I'm going to do is intentionally die, because there's a way to fix this. Can I glitch through this wall too? No? Maybe? Maybe? Oh, no, no. I could open that door, I probably could. Yeah, there's a built-in death mechanic, so like I say, sanity is very real in this game, just because I'm running through the areas fast. Don't underestimate what it's like to do all this with basically the gun to your head, because that's basically how we're playing. Yeah. I need to mess with the collision on those a bit, because they stay around a little too long. But I don't want them falling through the world either, but it can really get all glitchy with the players, so it's kind of annoying. But yeah, like, the fact that you're under the gun so often in this game really does change a lot. You'll see me start racing really fast back to a light source. That's often the reason why you end up fighting a lot of enemies, is you're trying to stay in the light source so you don't die. A very real problem. Also, the music appears to not be working at the moment. That's weird. Did I miss? Oh my god, I missed that jump. No, terrifying. My pot. Wow. I'm just annoyed at this pot being able to do that. There we go. Last time I discovered a way to bypass my own puzzle in this, so I'm going to do that. I've been playing for an hour and 5 minutes, by the way, on this run. There's a light right up there. So you'll see me race back to these locations a lot of times because of the fact that there's that. It's weird that the music isn't started. I'm going to have to go to the painting world and back again to re-trigger the music or something. I don't die very often. But the inability to reposition myself for jumps is kind of screwing me up. I'm expecting to reposition and it's not doing it. Bomberman, ow. Okay, fine. I'll stop taunting them. They're getting heals too, fair enough. We're all healed now, buddy. Come play with my explosives. They are fun. Hard to say. Probably about 10 hours is my guess. If you got nothing. I mean, the thing is it actually takes longer if you don't get any upgrades, because then you're, you know, so weak that you end up, all the battles take way longer. I actually kind of advise against doing that, but like Rue's got a mechanic that when she's got her bugs and doesn't always work perfectly, but when she is working, every time that stupid shield of hers pops up, like it'll probably take you an extra minute in the fight because you have to murder all these enemies that are protecting her. And they'll try to run away from you. They're so obnoxious. Plus the whole battlefield shifting around all crazily, so it can get really annoying. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely... Oh, I didn't need to go all the way up here yet. I was going to go to the painting world first. Yippee-ki-yay, bouncy coach! Woohoo! Yes. You have to free the paintings in order to make them usable. I'm also trying to break the game too, so... Bouncy couch is great. It's like the music is broken. Okay, it's working again. You know what I'm gonna do? Turn the sound up for me. I even made the bed bounce too. It's not in the demo. I'm probably gonna shorten the demo. I don't think it's gonna be up to VU anymore. I think it's gonna be shorter than that because I think that the demo is getting longer and longer. I haven't even put story in yet. And you're already looking at, like, you know, me spending all that time. Well, every time you go to a new map, it changes it. Oh, I've been playing for longer than that then. Uh-oh. Oh, that's the thing. I guess it resets the timer every time I go to those. I didn't program it right. Oh, wait. I've discovered an alternate way that I like better. I'm okay with there being more than one way to do this, too. It's perfectly fine with me. I have a policy in this game of if you can get to it and jump on it, it's fine. This is also stuck in the thing. It should not be, but whatever. So, like, pure freedom. If you can get there, you deserve to be there. Because I really want you to be like a little toy crawling around on things. I want that to be how you feel about the game. The job one gets a little glowy, which is poorly positioned, so I can get it without going all the way around. I remember that being a bug, but whatever. I'm not sure I need a weapon upgrade system beyond just finding the tarot cards. I might just do that and just keep it simple. I didn't get this time for free. Got my crystal ball. There's a light nearby here. I go back and forth on just how often I want the lights to be because, like, it can get really unfair really fast if those lights aren't nearby. Like, it can make this incredibly hard. So, this is the secret way to do this puzzle, which is so much better than going outside to do it, but you can go outside through the window to do this as well. It's one of the rescuable NPCs. We'll come back for it in a second. I wonder if there'll be enemies that do sanity damage. I don't know about that. Maybe. Insanity is an ever-decreasing stat. I should put some enemies up higher here, but... I don't know, this is pretty punishing platforming, because you have to go back across the entire room if you drop. Like, 100%, you fall here, and you gotta walk ahead of you. Like, platforming all the way up to that pipe again, like I went was one of the ways to go, or out the windows the other way. I mean, like... Some of the platforming is... got a long redo. I also screwed that up, so I gotta get that key, too. I guess I don't have to, but I try to get everything. You stay there. This is between me and them. Oh, why am I healing him? Round and round we go. Yeah, she's riding around on top of him. Nice. That's funny. I don't know how that happened. I think it's hilarious that it happened, though. You give back my NPC, you jerk. These have way too much health. I mean, they're supposed to be like a tougher enemy, so... They're a crappy version of the first boss. They basically have the first two phases, they do less damage and they're tinier. Patricia's... Oh, Patricia? She tried to bite me. I don't bite you. What's up with that, huh? Huh? Imagine trying to bite me. What a jerk. Well, enough of them are far enough away. I'm just gonna grab her and run. Rescue the toy! Rescue the toy! Oh yeah. Well, my theory is that, you know, Charlotte's basically the ghost of a 14-year-old girl, so she's her playing dressed up with the various toys that she has and things like that, and just being a, just doing funny things, making them all weird and everything like that. Would seem fitting, you know? I mean, she doesn't have much else to do with her time besides mess around with all the toys. She's basically stuck in here too, so. So a lot of the enemies are actually going to be like dressed up versions of the other enemies. Like I'm going to dress some of them as pirates too. I already made an Annie with the beard and the mustache. It was funny. I'll show her to you in a second. She's hilarious. She looks so adorably stupid. And truly that's what makes life worth living. The adorably stupid. Health back real fast. I missed the key the first time, so we're gonna go for it. If I had done this the optimal way, this would have been much better, but I did not. I gotta work on that clock so it actually does what it's supposed to. Easy. Oh yeah. You remember, you were here for it. You understand. You understand the important things we are doing here. Yes. I need this key also. Now it's letting me move backwards. Interesting. I wonder what was wrong with it earlier. I couldn't move backwards at all. I'm pretty certain I kept the pirate hat though. I'm pretty certain. I'm definitely going to make it all exciting like that. Wait, did I throw her through the painting? I think I did. Let me double check. Yes. That was definitely made by chat though. Well, made by it's Beetle Games. I forgot to rescue the NPC. If you leave the room, everything despawns and respawns at the original location, so it makes my life a lot harder if I do not rescue this NPC on the first attempt here. Ow. Issue sanity. Like I say, you don't really get a lot of time to waste. Ugh. I missed. The enemies keep dropping me on the floor too, it's weird. Almost dead. That also makes a lot of the platforming harder because the stupid words will block what you're doing. I should be healing. Must get sanity back quick. The effect will only get worse. Stop stealing my heals, you suck. Run for it. Run for it. Boing. Here you go. Rescued 2 of them. Any money yet? I got 10 coins. Crystals don't do anything anymore now. Sad. I took out the upgrades. I gotta give her something to buy with crystals. I think I'm just gonna switch everything to coins anyway. Really? Yeah. Yeah, everything will just get replaced by coins is the main money thing. I don't think I need 2 different types of money. Start making things much simpler on myself. Still need a map for this game too. I mean, I know the right way. Yeah, there's like the only shops too. I just bought an item. You buy it like Zelda style where it's just sitting out there. Like I said, there's even a weapon upgrade system. I just didn't. I thought it was confusing and didn't want to have both. You can actually go outside over here too. This was the alternate way to get the things, but I wasn't doing it. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. Yeah. The original puzzle, which I bypassed by using the maze above, which I'm going to keep working on the maze. I kind of stopped, but you're supposed to come over here and then jump on these books to reach the things. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to make a whole, you know, shop system with, you know, inventory management and things. I just want to do that. Yeah, you're supposed to go up and get all those books to get up there, but I'm not doing that because I already have the items, so I don't care. Slam the door in their face. Super mode. Jumbo sized. Get wrecked by this overpowered ability that I never balanced in any way, shape, or form. It's here because I get so tired of fighting the bosses over and over and over, grinding through their health just to see if a certain thing actually works right. I have this thing which is overpowered. One day I'll balance it so it's not as overpowered. Basically, I'll make the cost of using it right. You do double damage it and the weapon gets, you know, huge, so it goes. It needs to be balanced so badly. You're just over there, huh? Well, far be it from me to not give you what you want. I need to use for those light cubes. They're going to be useless later. Like, I'm going to involve a lot less lights, and I'll have mobile lights like these cubes here. And they shrink as they're being held, so you have to move quickly. On top of having a sanity problem. So we're definitely going to make it... Oh yeah, the super important log that collects from like a mile away. I was going to have like audio logs, like a bunch of things to collect that give you the lore. Because it's a Metroidvania, so you know, you're not going to be having a lot of conversations with people. Well, I mean, also there's... Most of the toys are crazy, so it's not like you really talk to them much. I guess you could if you wanted. Yeah. A lot of the concepts for the game are here, like as far as this first area, it's just, there needs to be a lot of polish, essentially. Lots of extras added in and things, menus that need to be worked on. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. I mean, so far, falling through the geometry is about the only bug I've had so far for this run. Overall, the rest of it's been pretty good, though. Oh, that's right. I replaced this. You don't need the Empress anymore. It's time for the bouncy couch. Yay, bouncy couch. At first I was going to reduce the comedically large bounce, but the comedically large bounce is too much fun, so that's why it stays. Do not question my comedically large bounce. Sometimes I feel like a football player just running by everybody trying to, you know, take the ball away from them. And they're just trying to tackle me. Poppet ball. You can roll here. Got nothing. Oh, can't see this. Yep. Run for it. Run for it. I could have came back and got some of the upgrades beforehand, but I have like a favorite order to do things in at this point. It got a little better, but I tend to speed run off to like optimize for speed running. I put her hat away, huh? Oh no, the upgrade probably did. We have a lot of planned mechanics for later. But I'm definitely seeing that this demo is way too long. I don't actually know when I started it. I'd have to look at whenever your message was asking about it. And I said I was going to take a bio break real fast. And work off that. This room is different than the other rooms. This is where you start to encounter Charlotte and she will come after you. But she's slower than you, thankfully, because it's no fun otherwise. You're safe as long as you stay in these. That's the rules of the game. Oh yeah. Well, have a great New Year's Eve as well. I'm definitely going the rest of the way through the demo at this point, though, for the other people anyway, but anytime, always happy to show people about the game. That's fair. I will, I do have water over here. I should probably drink it more than I'm drinking it, but yeah. This room's so run-centric anyway, because I haven't put a lot of the enemies in it, or a lot of the collectibles, and you're usually just running from Charlotte. Uh-oh. They're coming from both sides. Oh no! Managed to get by her. Aha! Get wrecked, loser. I'm almost dead, but I ain't going anywhere until I can see better again. It makes it hard to tell what you're doing because the lights are so ridiculous. See her moving over there? Yep. Safe as long as you're in the dark, or as long as you're in these little thingies. I gotta make her more menacing somehow as far as how her behaviors. I need a lot of behavior planning to do. Oh, she went away. Technically, it'd probably be faster to just, you know, get yourself killed. And then up here at the box. Actually, that's super optimal. I'm doing that. I want to see what happens. You know, like I say, I know other people will do it. Gotta put this in the right location, so that saves me a trip back. Nice. I save a whole run back there and I go this way. Actually, one thing I haven't bothered to look into is there's a door over here that you would have the key for. So that key would let you abuse some things here. This right over here is the chapel. So you can actually use this as a shortcut into the playroom to bypass the first section if you want, but the problem is it doesn't get you the key. I wonder how I could abuse that. Because it is a thing. But until you open up the thing on the other side, it doesn't benefit you a huge amount to go through here. I guess it resets the Charlotte timers. You might be able to get through this area faster. By the door, nice. That door's supposed to be closed, but whatever. I'll just, you know, play it as normal. Play the ball as it lies. I'm gonna start adding some things to make these rooms more fun, I think. I do need to do some AI things too, but I also need to figure out how my combat system's gonna go before I get too crazy with my AI. Anything is unlocked. Nice. Oh wait, I'm dumb. I forgot that I need to break this first. Where's your weapon? Pull your weapon out, lady. Pull the weapon out? Okay. Sometimes it gets a little finicky. Notice the keyboard's working a little better again, so I'm able to kind of do the jumps. That's helpful. That was awful earlier. It was just falling. This whole room isn't punishing. Because if you fall, you have to go back through the maze. So this could easily be one of the most awkward areas. My advice is if you fall, get the key first. Because otherwise you could have a real problem. I guess technically you could avoid going all the way back to, because you could go into the chapel and then run over the painting and go in there. That seems really slow. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you technically could. Let's go that way, but there's actually a key I never bothered to get, so I'm gonna go grab it. Try not to hate my life by falling or something. You have to go so fast there because she'll pull you into the darkness if you stand there too long, so. I think there's actually a key I was supposed to get over here, and I cheated and got something I wasn't supposed to have before I got it. Yeah, the Hall of Records key should have been there. I forgot, there's nowhere to get your sanity back there, so I'm against the gun here. Aha, I can't make that jump. I kind of wondered. I was willing to take the thing there. Take the risk. Good times. Take the baller route back. Hell yeah. You don't gotta go this way back. It's probably the worst way to go back. But it's basically asserting dominance over the game to do it. And that's what's important. Hey, Shadow. Oh. Well, early Happy New Year to you as well. Only 10:37 a.m. here, so, you know. Hey, Rusted. How's it going? Had almost no coins dropped. Awkward. I was showing someone the, I was showing Bam Bam the game because he never really seen me play through it. Other than falling through the geometry in one of the areas because of an interaction with the pipe worked pretty well. Oh, with breakable worked pretty well. I think I'm going to shorten the demo though. Like, let me double check. I want to see how long it took me to get to this point. There's a message in chat that started basically just before I went, so 9:31 a.m. So about an hour and 7 minutes to get here. Okay. Demo looking maybe a little longer than it probably needs to be. Double the link for that and I can scam people on Steam. Like, haha, it's too late, you played over 2 hours. Now you have to keep it. Do you? I just went in the demo nicely. I have all these upgrades, I'm just gonna wail on her as fast as possible. I need to improve her AI so badly. I haven't done it yet. That's kind of messing with the combat system. Or the upgrade system, trying to decide where I want it to be. Ow. That hurt. Almost out of sanity. Ow. Suppose that's possible, I think. My original plan was to end it on a story cliffhanger, but I don't know if I'm doing that. This is pretty long. I'm starting to question just how long the demo should be. I'm definitely going to make her way harder. I'm just finding ways to cheat against her, basically. I have one cycler before she even uses her ability. She does have invincibility frames that kind of makes it hard to do that, but Oh, I didn't pull it off. I mean, I don't think seeing, I mean, like, you know, me or like the random thing, like, or like showing like the toy maker like that would be really quite as enticing because he just hasn't been introduced at this point. So like, you don't really know much about him. So I had a planned cliffhanger thing. It was pretty good because it's just where the game's going to be the natural story of the game. But it might just be that it's too long to reach that point. This would be the last fight of the demo anyway, so. I want to kill off all the guys before you've got your full stats up because it makes it really hard otherwise. I'm probably not going to balance the demo very much. I'm probably going to balance the game later and let the demo just be more crazy. Because I don't super care if the demo is not as balanced. Still has helpers. Oh, somehow it broke anyway. It's unfortunate, I didn't realize it broke. Aha! Overpowered upgrades. What's the point of a cliffhanger is that they're already going to be curious if they like the story at all. It's possible I let you do the freeing Oliver from the thing too. I don't know why this thing is flipping up and down. It's like catching on something, but it's really weird that it's doing it. Like it's like pushing off of something on Poppet, I think. Causing problems. So I probably need to fix that. Nice. Okay, you know... making that hard on me. So this is beyond the demo. I'm just running. The fact that these kind of keep doing that is so annoying. I need to really work on the magician. There's a lot of mechanics in this game that need a lot of polish. So weird. Or how do we dumb? What? It's not even saying it requires a key. Is it broken? Okay, now it works. It's finicky and weird. Because the animation doesn't work, so... Let's see here. Pick this up. Run off with her. Boing. Well, basically, I'm just gonna have Charlotte show up in the room right after you defeat Voodoo. And you'll have to free Oliver in time. And Oliver will scare her off. So it'll be its own fun thing, I imagine. I haven't put anything in this room yet. Besides the key. I might leave this room open and then just have it where, you know, you need Oliver's help in order to even get through the room. You know, let you run in here into basically a death trap. Not a lot of lights in this room. But the most important thing to do in this room is, you know, bounce on the bed. That's the whole point in coming in here. Comedically large bounces on bed. It's kind of my reward for getting through the demo. Then we're going to use this to shortcut rather than run through there. Also lag spike. Yeah, it's comedically large. It's fun. That's the whole point. Where'd the painting go? I have questions. He showed up, but painting not there. Interesting. Double check that. Yep. And then I was heading to the grotto. Shortcut. Oh wait. Oh, we don't have fall damage. Not a lot of Metroidvanias do. There's also a sack doll too, which are usually soft. If you're a porcelain doll, I could see that being a lot more of a problem. She most certainly is not a porcelain doll. Yay! I go back and forth on whether I think fall damage is anything, but I don't know, I just haven't really honestly thought it was all that good in any Metroidvania ever. The Emperor's not even supposed to be here. I don't even know why I'm getting it. Just so I can jump in the water and be like, woohoo, woohoo. There's no lights down here, so you really couldn't go very far. Maybe. There's a slight, you know, when you land, it lands harder looking, so she takes a little longer to move, but don't know how fun that would even be. Not much down here to do yet. This is just to see if I can get all the way through the rooms that are currently in the game. Even though there's basically no enemies and nothing's in the right locations. Just for funsies. Last time I got here I was defeated by a tiny step. Oh, thanks. We're definitely getting there. There's just a lot of polish. The game just isn't quite there yet. It just needs certain things. I put strength over here so this way I can cheat my way up. Continue. Because otherwise with one jump you can't get up here. Kept hitting that, it was so annoying. Well, with two you can. Oh shit. We running. We running. Wait. Gotta double jump. Not sure if this key's even going to be in this location, but that's okay. I should have done the other area first. Well, actually, I need to get up here, and then I can drop down into the pirate area, I think. I never tried to go through these rooms. I'm not sure. Part of this is me just trying to figure out how I want the level set up. There's no save points here, so if you fall, long run back. Pretty much from the painting, I think. Currently no enemies down here or anything. Well, few enemies, if at all. Yeah, lots of areas designed to play in. I just need to make more enemies and things and really iron out the combat system. Actually, iron out the upgrade system, not really the combat system. Without a doubt, this will be an area you'll have to come back to later. I don't think I'm handing out double jump here. Okay. It's missing its little geyser effect, huh? Uh-oh. No light source. Oh no, no light source. No light source. I think it's like 4 or 5 objects. There was no light source. I'll still get to Tomato City. It'll just take me an extra bit. I'll try a double jump. Woohoo! Cheat my way over to Sally's room. Shortcut, shortcut. I can actually jump in the water if I want, but yeah, how helpful that'd be. I could. I put a hat away. Dumb. This is just to send a message. I definitely need more light sources in here, and the whole game needs to be restructured in this area. Also, the fact that strength doesn't actually have an equip ability. Oh, that's interesting. So you could jump on this and think about that. Poppet's really tiny. It's important to know how tiny Poppet is, and how she can often get onto things you wouldn't think she could get onto. Yep. Boat. It's actually, some of the things look like they're misaligned a bit there, actually. Nah, funny. Yeah, the central, actually the ropes are misaligned. Oh yeah, well, I mean, you'd think they would be, but I didn't program them in as a light source yet, so they are currently not. I just made the area because it looked kind of cool, and I was like, ah, yeah, this is cool, and then I didn't get very far with it. So. Okay. The goal is to get one room farther. To be fair, last time I got stopped at the bottom of these stairs, so I'm already technically farther than I got last time before I ran out of things to do. I don't know if I want this door here or if I want to have the other door all the way at the other end of place here. Oh, maybe. I usually like to be pretty fair about it, where, you know, you don't have to look for the light sources because it's like an instant kill if you know, can't find a light. But maybe. Well, I made it to the tomato room, the last of the rooms that's actually been kind of built. It's kind of cool. I mean, there's nothing to do in here, but I mean, the Emperor's in here. As far as I know, I'm going to put it actually in here. I don't know if you're going to have double jump, but maybe. I think I'm going to make double jump be the reward for beating the arena or something. Or at least the strength tear or whatever it does if it doesn't do double jump. I gotta keep running out of time. Run on empty. Run on empty. And it would be in here if you actually had it. Where's the light source? There's so few light sources in here. I forget how few there are. There's one right there. Whew. Yeah, that last tomato thing, that's where the Emperor is supposed to be, because I already collected the other version of the Emperor. It's not there, but there should be one hidden card in there. Also, once you have the Emperor, I'm going to put things under the water too. Even though there's nothing currently down there to do, but eventually there'll be stuff down here to do. And I'll have like underwater areas that you'll backtrack to. So half of this area is going to be underwater. And half of it's going to be above water. It'll be like a pirate area and then like an underwater area. Other than running out of sanity, there's no way out of this area because there's too far down, but... Well, the thing about having a lot of lamps is it's really boring to have to constantly run back and wait. Like, I want to make it kind of somewhat challenging in that, you know, if you don't know where you're going, then you will have less time to explore, but there's definitely limits on what I want to do with it exactly, on how many. But yep, that's pretty much everything in the demo. It's just other areas I might want to work on and things I want to do. Like in this area, there might be a puzzle later. Growing these ones up. Maybe not this big, but since I have double jump, technically you could have done this earlier as soon as you got the Empress. Maybe I'll let you get on top of the pipes or something up here. I can't make that jump. There'll be an underwater area over here too. Could also enter this room that way too. Aha! That's one way to get to a light. I didn't think about it. That's actually like a secret way to go between areas. Well, the other thing you gotta remember is there's gonna be fighting and things you gotta do in the areas, so you need a lot of lights because otherwise you just have to run past all the fighting. Also, the Emperor stays on when I go through there. Not that this super matters, but it's a thing. Oh, wait, did you run out of power, little phone? Why are you not displaying the video anymore? Weird. Yeah, like, that should be good enough. That's the thing to note is there's really nothing going on there yet, so it'll look like I have a lot more time than necessary. And then you'll quickly discover I don't have that time. Plug the phone in so that it doesn't run out of power. 1 second. To move some things around. Okay. So for the most part, that worked. So webcam back on here. Really well. Bosses still need lots of work. Whatever. Balancing the game is going to be a real challenge. At that standard, I think I'm going to have less ways to upgrade, and I'm just going to have you be able to buy things or unlock things by visiting certain shop people. Yeah. And maybe each shop will just have like a few things they offer at a given time, and as you buy those, new things appear in the shops. That's forcing you to buy through all of them if you really want to get to that point. Wouldn't be too bad. It took quite a while though. It says 3 hours on that, and I started at when did I start playing that run? Started on then, so I basically played for about an hour and 29 minutes. Not everything is going to be in there. Oh, thanks. Yeah, we're getting there. It definitely, like I said, I need more polish. I need to add in a lot of extras that really bring the game together, which is kind of what I'm doing right now versus anything else. Really just going through and going, well, this would be good, and this would be good, and this would be good, and you know, here or there. So many things I need to do though. Like I didn't even bother to design all these later rooms. Even these other ones might get some changes. I've never really jumped through them until now. Now I see some of the problems with them that would be maybe not great for game things. I do rework a lot of rooms when they just don't play right. I think that kill zone. Yeah. How's that? How are we solving this problem? How visible, please, so I can see what we're doing here. Well, there are items that can recover your sanity. But I have movable lights that you can drag places as well that slowly or disintegrate after time. So I put them someplace and then force you to go through the darkness. And there's going to be a lot less lights in other areas. That's definitely true. Because I have little cubes that are, you see them over here. They can be picked up and dragged places. And they slowly go bye-bye. In which case then they respawn back wherever their initial spawn point was. I definitely need to go through and change a bunch of stuff when it comes to those types of things, as far as well, just plan out like the timing on it, what makes it hard versus not, and kind of things. One of the things I'd like to change is Charlotte's spawn so slow out of those. Like it almost feels too slow. I'm just kind of like, cool. But she doesn't really pose much of a threat. Really just a did you stay there too long scenario. And she has a delay on all these things too. This thing here is 0.5 seconds. And this is potentially that to 0.5 to 2. It plays a montage then, and then there's like, well, this doesn't do that over here. This has for resetting it, sure. I probably want to like nerf it by like a second or something just to really make it less ridiculous, or maybe just make this number smaller on both ends. Like maybe 1.2 on this. And then yeah, one of the things you can actually do is if there's breakables nearby, there's a chance they spawn sanity refills too. So that also leads to a little bit of excitement. How much? I don't know. That's one more balancing thing that I'm not sure if I want to get too crazy on balancing. I mean, if you can get farther in darkness, cool, you know, whatever. Some things I don't know if I want to balance. I think I might just leave them as they are because perfect balance is unachievable and also not that fun. That's a little better. She's a little faster. I like that better. I don't want to be too fast. I just don't want you to be able to stand still. So I can have rooms where you run through a bunch of smoke and then you're unable to really stop, so she'll just get you. Yes. Well, you don't want it to be too quick. Like, you really don't want it to be, like, instantaneous or anything. It's mostly just if you stand still too long, because there's areas where, you know, you'll have to deal with things like this. Is just the room that introduces it. When you start to get up here where you have to deal with them being in more obnoxious locations, it becomes a lot harder. Have to contend with the darkness. Well, the sanity issues aren't too bad in this room. There's already enough problems in this room without additional problems to deal with. But you'll see in rooms more like this, where the darkness is so much more obnoxious. You got way less time. Or up here. I don't want it to be too fast. Maybe a tiny fraction spot. That one didn't look like it came out. Maybe it was too quick. The trigger's pretty fast though. Well, that one didn't want to. That's weird. Oh, I didn't see it trigger. Yeah, sometimes you get blocked completely by that smoke and it's super hard to tell what you're doing. Well, maybe. Yeah, we'll speed it up some. Only one. I don't want to get too crazy too fast. There's a fine line between fun and just obnoxious. We're just shaving little bits of time just to see where it's at. The room is so dark. I basically don't want you to get hit if you're constantly running. I only want you to get hit if you decide to stop. Try to do something. We're pulling back in is kind of less exciting. Speed it a tiny amount more, see if it plays out better. Get myself a drink pretty quick here. That's close enough there or not. Oh, it just kills you. She acts like a pit anywhere she's at. It just instant kills you. So I can have pits or like ways to instant kill a player because otherwise there was no way to do that. Wow, there are very few ways. Oh yeah, the spline issue. That seems reasonable. Well, yeah, you get sent back to a respawn. So it just kills you and then you get sent back to the respawn. So it's like you're sent back there so quickly. It's just player destroyed, BPI respawn. I should just do the player dead thing. Just do the full dead code, I thought. Yeah, it just does the full player dead. I think I fade out. I give the player their health back before I fade out the screen, do I? Where do I fade out? It's back here, huh? Async fade out, yeah. Well, I mean, you appear at your last respawn point. Wherever you last saved, that's where you appear after she kills you. But animating her successfully grabbing you and squeezing you and all that will require me to make a whole bunch of animations that seems like a lot of unnecessary. Like, it might look a little better, but it would take a lot of time. I mean, maybe I might do something with it, but I'll add it to the list of maybes. After I run out of other things that are like necessary, it can be on the polish. No trap grabs you and squeezes you. Question mark? Yeah. Just not super important yet. We're getting there. There's just a lot of under the hood that needs to be fixed to make the game better. I was considering making my own steampunk key. I might do that at some point too. Yeah. I'm gonna get myself something to drink real fast. We're back. Is he making a mess? It's funny, the longer the game gets, the less work I get done on the stream, because every time I'm in a test of it, it's like that much longer. When I was shooting 10 hours, it was a little less bad, but now it's just like, but it's also fun to play through it and test it out too, so it's like, eh. I'm actually pretty happy with this room, other than maybe adding some crap up here to do with pipes and things. Like I was going to add some sort of additional puzzle for later. Maybe I'll go through and I'll build stuff in rooms for a while. I don't feel like programming at the moment. I do like the absurd bouncy couches though. I know physics doesn't really work that way, but listen, bouncy couch, I don't care. You're not questioning the bouncy couch. I'm tempted to have a pipe maze above this room for funsies to run on top of. But if I do that, I don't want the bouncy couch right there. I want the bouncy couch somewhere else. So you don't accidentally immediately drop on it and just, you know, end up in the next area. That's less fun. To embellish things. God, I left the extra enemies that weren't supposed to be here. Hmm? Oh, thanks for the follow, Arthuric one. Can't talk now. How's your day going? Back on you. I might restructure this to be over here. Oh. Well, things are going pretty good. Happy New Year to you as well. Awesome. Well, thanks for dropping by, Shadow, and have a happy New Year. And I'll see you when you wander back. I don't like that this hole drops right out onto the bouncy couch and then puts you right up here into a secret area. I want this to have a secret area that no one notices. Right? We should probably still land on it. Almost certainly. I want a puzzle above this room, basically. Or like an extra area to run around on top of. So when you pop out of here... Problem is you're almost certainly going to bounce on the bouncy couch anyway, so you'll probably see the secret. I don't like that. And you'll basically can already get up there. So now I hate this position entirely. It's only because the hole's right there. Maybe I just accept it goes back to where it was. Just live my best thug life on that one, huh? I'll dial it back a bit. Cancel that nav mesh. Get rid of the nav mesh. Do a game? Do you have Arts Critic one? Are you making anything cool? I like cool things. Gotta get everyone tell me about their projects. Some people make some really neat stuff. These are 20 if memory serves. No. Why is it so small? Oh, I see. I'm fine with alternate paths here in building, so go this way or something here. Do I want to put a Hierophant puzzle in here? Maybe. Not much of a goal to get to this room here, though. I don't really know what I'm aiming for yet. Just a weird pipe system that goes places, I guess. I'll move this up instead and just run it into the ceiling. You can hang lights off it. Though I don't really like lights on the ceiling that much. I know that's realistically how you would have lights, but the big problem I have with that is that it's hard to see it when you're on the ground, that you're in the light. So I guess my question is, where am I trying to get to with this? I was aiming to go, but thank you. That's not a possible jump, is it? I don't think so. Could be a double jump puzzle for later, too. Unlikely. I like the weird mess of pipes up here. It's cool. I like that it's like not even all, you know, normal looking. Also, I'm apparently stuck in the pipe a little bit. That's weird. I have so many questions on how that even works, but sure. But, I don't know where I'm going with it. Just that I'm, you know, I've got it. Apparently when they bend like that, the, collision's not the best. They're on top of their pipe. It almost needs like another place you can get to. Okay, now I have questions here on this one. Is it just because they're that close to each other that you just can't have collision? Is that what happens? that and try instead, see how it works out. I definitely need some more pipes and gears and everything so the place feels more steampunky. All too often I forget that it's not entirely steampunk game, you know? I just don't see the steampunk in it. You guys gotta be careful about having them push right on top of each other like that. And go, woo! Very finicky. These are obviously huge. Too big. Wait a minute. I have a plan. Making more interesting little areas. have a lot more machinery up in the air and everything like that. So this way you can have like machine areas above that are more exciting. Not in every room, but in some rooms. Okay. This just throws you. I like that this has like an easy way through it there. I like where this is going. That's true. But I changed all these out so that they used yeah, the other machine things, but for some reason they don't on this. I went and changed all these ones here. I don't know why that doesn't work, but for skeletal meshes I know how to do it easy, but static mesh is playing an animation. I don't know. I don't know why you'd be able to do that, because the static mesh is static, right? So that's not how it works. So it's like two separate things. Might be a shorter stream today anyway. Probably only gonna go maybe like 4 hours or something. So I realize I have like a bunch of stuff I need to do for work. As exciting as it is to sit here and do this. And pay the bills. Okay, that's all some of the mystery of how it was working. I was like, how are these animations playing with a static mesh? They're not. Really, by that standard, I should probably go through and change all these out with the their material that's used on all the static meshes. I switched the wrong ones like an idiot. Didn't occur to me that that they'd have both. I just didn't think about it. All the regret. Much better. Look at how nice and clean it looks now. Beautiful. It's beautiful. Maybe kind of hard to see, but I'll put some lights in or something like that. I added in lots of steampunky things, especially around the ceiling and stuff, to confuse people. I might create a little hidden area up there entirely. Maybe. I do need it to be in a blueprint though. Because, you know, otherwise it will not really be able to interact much, and that's kind of lame. Let's put some lights on it or something. I gotta broken those to hurt Poppet or something. Also, the gears need a way to hurt Poppet too. So these upper areas can have ways that are like, you know, problematic to go through. Mess with the camera. I might actually want to block the camera. We'll see how that pans out. It could actually be worse that it's that way. I don't know if I like it better or worse. If it blocks the camera, then it would do like easy to see there, but otherwise it's pretty bad that way. Okay, fine. That was back. I go get myself some lunch instead. I have the idea what's going on here. Yeah, I think I'll wrap it today. Just go with like the 4 hours or something, because I got a bunch of work to do and food sounds good before I get to do all that work. So, Happy New Year to everyone who's currently watching, because goodness knows it's not like the numbers ever tell me exactly who's watching. And I'll be back tomorrow. I don't have any plans tomorrow, so I might as well stream on New Year's. Unless I'm like really intoxicated. Maybe I'll stream later tonight. Who knows? Whatever. I got a lot of getting it done anyway. Nope. I'll catch everyone later. See ya.